order. All rise and salute the flag, wherever that is. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence in honor of our veterans, servicemen and women, and those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. Clerk will call the roll.
Did we make sure the clerk was on?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm mute.
You hear me now?
Yep.
Yep.
We're all set.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. You scared me there. I got this nice new iPad. I can see you clear as day, Craig. Anderson,
Councilman Anderson here.
come out.
Well, here.
Condon,
Condon here.
Crow,
Crow here.
Di Maria,
Di Maria here.
Linehan,
Linehan here.
Murphy. Murphy,
She's on mute.
Hold on.
Murphy here.
O'Malley,
O'Malley here.
Spatafora,
Council Spatafora here.
Winslow,
Winslow here, and I have points of order.
Sika,
Tika here.
So,
Councilor Winslow.
I know this agenda came out very late in an unusual manner. And I note that we have two rules related to development of agendas. The first rule is 27.01, that articles have to be submitted by 10 a.m. the day 2 days before the meeting. And 27.02, that the agenda needs to be issued on the second business day preceding the meeting. And I have a point of order on both of those. My understanding is that one or more of these articles were very likely came in after 10 a.m. And the agenda was clearly posted at 5:57 on Thursday before the meeting, which is after the close of business. So my point of order is that we need to move to suspend the rules to allow the articles to proceed and the agenda go forward. So that's my point of order. Thank you.
Clerk. So you're making a motion to suspend council rules?
I'm asking that we have to suspend the rules to proceed with any of the articles on the agenda as a first point of order. And that we also have to suspend the rules just to proceed with the agenda as a whole. So my preference is that we just vote on each individual article of, on the agenda as we come to them. So, but if we have to vote to suspend the rules for the agenda, that's my point of order. Thank you.
Okay, so City Clerk, were you going to say something?
no, I was just going to say, so it would be best to maybe do it in the beginning, just if I could, and how this docket got put together. First of all, Monday being the holiday, a short week. We did get the articles, the things for the docket on Thursday morning. We worked through Thursday afternoon to get it ready, knowing that it had to be out by Thursday. We got it out by Thursday by around 6 o'clock, well within the 48 hours that the law to get these things out. I know the council rule says something different, but the laws oversee the council rules. And our office has always been, as long as we get it out 48 hours prior to the meeting, not so much the business day. So if we stay late on a Thursday to get an agenda out in time by 7 o'clock on a Thursday night, I think it's kudos to the people that stayed late to get the agenda done. It was well within, it was in the 48 hours of the law. So I think that one, I would think we would be good on. So I don't know whether Council Windsor, you know, I'll do whatever the council.
I guess we can have tighter rules than the law. That's my point here. We have a tighter rule than the law. That the fact there's a 48-hour law requirement on the open meeting law does not supersede a more stringent rule that we've adopted. We've adopted these rules so that we as members have the opportunity to have input into the what goes on the docket. This is one of the most significant things I can do as a counselor at large. I have very few privileges otherwise than to get stuff on the docket, and to not know what's going on the docket until minutes before I could have an opportunity to change that is just unfair, and is not respectful of my role and role of at least 4 counselors that we know from the docket. At least, you know, there was discussion with 5 other counselors. 5 of us were not involved in that. So I think it's just an affront to our procedures, and it is the whole agenda, and the individual articles are out of order. So we only can proceed if we vote to suspend the rules and go forward that way. My preference is that we do that on each individual order and take each individual article and to suspend the rules so that we can weigh in individually on the articles that were prepared late. Thank you.
Councilor Winslow, just a little bit of a statement. We did no different posting this agenda than we have every other time. I've never sent out asking anybody what to put on the agenda. If there was something you wanted to put on the agenda, you absolutely could have done so before Thursday.
That may be true,
I've never
but like I say, we still have these rules, and this was not prepared in accordance with the rules. So
I never
it's
denied
late.
anybody putting anything on this agenda. Greg did not receive anything from any city councilor to put anything on this agenda, nor did I or Lisa. We never denied anybody to put anything on this agenda.
So I asked you, were any of these items that are posted came in after the 10 o'clock deadline that we have in our rules? When I spoke to City Clerk Lucy, he said that the articles came in about 11:30 on Thursday. So the articles that are in this agenda were submitted after our own rules, and the agenda was submitted after business. So we have rules so that we can participate. And the common practice has always been to issue a draft agenda. And there was no discussion with 5 of the counselors here. So I think there's just the
Madam President.
So these are points of orders that I think we need a ruling on, and I think that we can only proceed if we suspend our rules to allow this agenda to go forward, because I think the whole agenda and the individual articles are out of order. Thank you.
Councilor Crowe.
So the Council Winslow, when I was council president, there was a couple of times the agenda had come out and things were not on there that people thought they were supposed to be on there. And so I don't believe it's in the rules that we get a draft agenda at all. It was sort of my practice that asked to have a draft agenda sent. So, because when they saw them on Friday, and sometimes they came out late on Friday, and although, yes, it does have the 10 o'clock rule, believe me, when some agendas have come out on a Friday at noon, people are calling, which was one of the problems, that I wanted this on the agenda and it's not on the agenda. So then would have an updated agenda. So I had asked that we get a Thursday draft agenda so people have the opportunity to look to make sure that the agenda that did go out was what people anticipated. I don't believe that that's in the rules, although I don't have the rule book with me. I didn't think I added that to the
practice, and I appreciate that's been the custom, and that's been great. And but I do say that beyond custom, we have our own rules, and this agenda was not prepared in accordance with the rules. And I, as a counselor, have the right to point that out. If other times counselors did not object and bring a point of order, then that proceeded without question. But I am questioning it, and I am asking that we make it clear that the agenda is not in order, and the only way we can proceed is by suspending the rules so that we can. We did conform with the open meeting law with the 48 hours, but the agenda is out of order in accordance with our own rules. So that is what the points I'm raising, that the articles came in after the 10 o'clock deadline, and the agenda was posted after business on Thursday, and that's not in accordance with the rules. So these are out of order. And one of the things I can do as a counselor, and others are concerned about, is that we should not proceed. And so I'm raising it. So I appreciate the practice that did not happen. But we should still, as a counselor, can call it. And I think we've had public comments coming in about several items on this agenda, and our counselors did not get a chance to weigh in on even the preparation of this. So that's the concern that I have. We have actions that are being on this agenda that are not in conformance with ordinance. So I'm raising this. These are articles that were raised late, and the agenda was submitted late. So that is why I'm raising these issues. Thank you.
Council President?
Hold on, Councilor Condon. I have Councilor O'Malley who had his hand raised first.
Thank you, Madam President. Could Councilor Winslow, could you clarify what rules, what were the numbers of the rules you were referring to?
So it's Rule 27.01, which calls for articles to be submitted at 10 a.m. 2 days before the meeting. And Rule 27.02 that calls for the agenda to be posted 2 business days prior to the meeting. And my understanding is that business, when you say business day, it has to be posted not just on the day, it has to be posted by 4 p.m. or close of business, which on a Thursday close of business would be 4 p.m.
Understood. Thank you.
And I think it's clear that, this.
I just wanted to clarify
agenda
which
does not meet our own rules for preparing an agenda. And I think we have to,
Thank you, Councilor Winslow. I just wanted to clarify the 2 rules. So you said 2701 and 2702.
Yeah.
I think to Peg, to Councilor Crowe, to your statements, I think that was, we've been working on having a draft agenda for about 3 years now, if not more. And the only times that hadn't happened are the last 2 meetings. And me personally, I didn't know we had a meeting until, because I didn't check my email on Thursday night. I didn't know we had a meeting until like Friday morning, late morning, maybe even afternoon. And it was through a conversation with someone else who was not even on the council. So, I mean, I didn't know we were having a meeting. I definitely wanted to submit papers related to appointing someone for the at-large position to the CPC. I wasn't able to kind of put that on the docket. So I think it's just kind of about respect for the entire council in terms of being allowed to put something on a docket. I'm not saying that Jadine or Council President Sika did this intentionally by any means. It's not how we've done it in the past. And it's kind of, I think, led to some confusion.
Thank you, Councilor O'Malley. From the chair really fast, if this is how this is going to operate from here on out, everybody can no longer add anything after 10 a.m. on Friday morning. There's no more calling up at 5 minutes of 12 to have them change this agenda, or we're going to have to start suspending these rules every time somebody does that. Councilor O'Malley, if you wanted to put something on the paper on this docket, on knowing that we were going to have a Tuesday meeting, because nobody ever said that we weren't going to have another one after last week, then Friday morning, check in your email. You should have had that paper in for Thursday. So I'm just making a couple of points of order. Councilor Condon.
Yes. Council President, thank you. City clerk's running with a skeleton crew. All right. We should be able to suspend this entire docket and address all the important issues on here. All right. He stayed till because he had to. He has a few people in there helping him out. He's there every single day. And out of respect for our city clerk, we should suspend rules on this entire docket and move forward. And let's stop wasting the public's time right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak on this?
I have my hand up, Councilor.
I apologize, Councilor Murphy. I did not see it.
Yes, and I actually, Councilor Condon was going to say exactly what you said, so I won't repeat it, but I am going to say, and I hope you will second this, I make a motion that we proceed to suspend docket rules 2701 and 2702 so that we can proceed and do the business that the people have elected us to do. Okay? There are many things on
second it.
this docket that are going to help our constituents, and to be going through this tonight is absolutely disgraceful. So
I
thank you,
second it.
Councilor Condon.
Councilor Spatafora, go ahead. Oh, hold on, it didn't unmute. Can you unmute yourself? Because it's not working on my end.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you, Madam President. I'll be brief. I support suspending the docket rules to move forward, but I would just say, if we are going to live by this, and I'm fine with that, then we have to timestamp every request via email to the clerk's office so it's done before 10 a.m. I'll be honest with you, I'm actually reading it. It absolutely is here. I've probably submitted stuff after 10 a.m. on Thursday, so we just have to track the time. I mean, it's going to put us in a little bit of a time crunch, but then I would like the clerk then to have the ability to timestamp even the emails going forward, so that we know that after 10:01 we can't put anything on the docket. So if we're going to live by this, I think we're going to live by it for the rest of the year, unless we want to change that rule. Thank you, Madam President.
Council President,
Thank you. Yes, Councilor Murphy.
may I just add one more thing? And if we are unable to suspend the rules right now, okay, to move forward with our agenda this evening, then my next motion is that we adjourn this meeting, and which will unfortunately leave many of our constituents in dire straits. And I would hope I would get a second to that.
I second that.
Okay, so we got a motion on Councilor Murphy's motion, seconded by Councilor Condon, to suspend docket rules 27.01 and 27.02. The clerk will call the roll.
Anderson,
Anderson, yes.
Kamel,
No.
Condon,
Condon, yes.
Crow,
Crow, yes.
DeMaria,
No.
Lenahan,
Linehan, no.
Murphy,
Murphy, yes.
O'Malley,
No.
Spatafora,
Yes. Spatafora, yes.
Winslow,
No.
Sika,
Yes.
fails 6-5, needed 2/3.
On Councilor Murphy's motion to adjourn this meeting, seconded by, I don't remember who that was.
Councilor Condon.
Councilor Condon, all those in favor? Excuse me.
Roll call. Roll call.
Anderson,
Yes.
Kamel,
Yes.
I didn't hear, I'm sorry, Dave,
Kamel, yes.
Condon,
Yes.
Crow,
Yes.
DeMaria,
Yes.
Lenahan,
Linehan, yes.
Murphy,
Yes.
O'Malley,
Yes.
Spatafora,
Spatafora, yes.
Winslow,
Yes.
Sika,
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Can I ask a question, just a point of order?
Sure.
Sorry. So now, do these need to be refiled tomorrow, or is it the same thing going to be on the agenda for next week? I assume the same thing will be on the agenda for next week.
Yep. We just
I don't-
pushed back rental assistance for a whole nother week. So that's great. Okay, good night, everyone.
Sad night.
Night.
Yep.
Night.